Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Alex from Modern Homemaker, and lately I've been revisiting a lot of my old projects because I feel like with time and experience making all of these wooden pieces for my house, I've gotten significantly better. And I think it's only natural to look back to some of my older projects and see that I can make them a little bit better. On this occasion, we're going to be improving my headboard. I've decided to make a new tufted headboard with the little side panels that are very fashionable nowadays. This headboard is going to be bigger, it's going to be comfier, and hopefully it's going to look much more professional and prettier than the previous one I had. I am also going to be replacing the decorative pillows for new ones that I'm going to be linking down below. I'm going to be changing the side table light fixtures. I'm going to be changing the side table light fixtures and all of that. So it's going to be like a mini bedroom makeover, maybe. I am going to be using a technique that I have seen done before with other furniture projects like sofas and such. I am going to be recycling the wood from my previous headboard to make this new headboard. Keep in mind that you could also make this project with a simple piece of plywood, but since this thing is going to be really massive, I wanted to make it as light as possible. So if you like this video and you find the information that I share in it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to check out all of my other videos if you want to learn how to DIY other stuffs. And let me know in the comment section down below which headboard did you like the most. I actually already done this poll on my Instagram account, and a lot of people voted that they liked best the previous version of my bedroom. But anyways, so let's make a new headboard. I took the previous headboard to my studio to separate all the slabs of wood that I'll be using for my new headboard frame. But first I got rid of these hideous pants that no one told me made me look like this. Not nice. I had a lot of wood to work with here and I only needed about 4 to 5 strips, so I definitely got some leftovers for another project. Next, I tried something very dangerous and I got hit very hard right on the face. So please do better than me. And it all worked out to show me that I could actually just take it apart with a hammer and some good old brute force. So no need to put anyone in danger. Be safe, guys. Woodworking is very fun but also very dangerous, and I'm trying to learn how to be safer as I add new tools to my repertoire because injuries can get very serious. I started measuring how tall and how wide I wanted my headboard to be and then cutting the pieces to size. Here you'll see me use 4 columns, but I ended up going with 5 for more support and 2 longer strips that trap them from the top and bottom. I decided to use wood glue, but you could just screw them together and save yourself some time. I've always worked with glue and not screws because I've always heard that the bond is stronger, and in my experience this is 100% true. And you guys know my joint work so far is not been the greatest, but my builds have held up nice and strong. You guys know that I am a big fan of recycling and reusing wood from old pallets, but sometimes I like a little convenience too. And today I was working with a very convenient piece of pine wood that, cut in half, gave me the exact measurements that I needed. I added a strip of wood to compensate from the thickness of the foam that I'll be adding on the inside of the panels, but later realized that they needed to be the exact thickness of the foam, maybe a little bit thinner, like 3 to 5 centimeters. Here I'm using ones that were way too thin, so of course I had to fix that later. And here comes the fun part. Now I'm taking the frame and covering it with a cotton lining fabric that I had laying around, stapling in place. The fit needs to be real tight, as it would be when you're mounting a painting. So pull with all your strength and add as many staples as you need to get it right. And then I removed the excess fabric without compromising the tight fit that we just worked so hard on creating. And would you look at that? It's a beautiful, tight, canvas-like structure. Perfect to attach our foam, which is the next step. I bought this foam online and fudged the measurements the first time I ordered, so I had to hot glue the amendment. But I didn't attach the foam to the structure because it's very light and it didn't seem necessary. Do as you feel works best for you, as always. On top of the foam, I added an hypoallergenic sheet of padding to add extra comfort and cushiness, and also to wrap the edges around front to back so that the wood won't be sitting directly against the delicate fabric. And also, guys, this is how pros do it. This is the way. And if you ask me, did adding these did anything to the final product? I'll say, I don't know. But it was cheap and it looks professional, so if you can buy it. And if you cannot, buy a thicker fabric and let everyone know in the comment section that it is not worth it. Next, you'll add the fabric, and I know most people will choose to hide the free edge of the fabric, but I was concerned with the amount of fabric that I got, because originally I was planning on making this headboard much smaller than I actually ended up making it, and I was a little short on the fabric department, but I made it work. And try to maintain an even pull, because you want it to be tight but not so tight that this over here happens to you too. Remember to try and get those corners nice and beautiful to avoid any visible wrinkles. If you want those ears, you'll need to repeat all the steps that we just did to the main panel, to the side panels, adding foam on the inside and the batting all around. Notice how I got the foam out of the way to make my life easier when attaching them to the main structure. I cannot tell you how many ways of folding these corners I tried to avoid the hassle of taking my sewing machine out, but it was inevitable. So I marked the corners and sewed them real fast, try them on back first to check the fit, and then cutting the excess fabric and putting them right side on the structure. When stapling the fabric, I'll suggest you avoid the joint. I didn't, and it made it so much harder later on when I was trying to get all three pieces together. And also leave the back end unstapled so that you can hide the screws with the fabric for a seamless look. I was struggling so hard to get them pieces together. And here is where I realized I had to add an extra piece of wood to the sides to be able to hold them together. And since it was visible from the top, I decided to just cover it with a piece of fabric. And to avoid lifting all of my hard work, I just screwed them in place, taking into consideration the screws that I'll be adding later to attach the side panels. And yes, you might be better off gluing a thick enough strip of wood on the side panel, but I want to be transparent in my process to show you guys that there is more than one way to get the results you want. Grab the pieces together with clamps first and remove the padding where you want to make the holes with your drill, because it tangles real bad if you don't. And be careful to not trap the fabric with any of the moving parts coming near it. Then find the longest, craziest screws that you can find and add them in. Close it all up and repeat on the other side. I found these hanging thingies on my local hardware store, and I can't recall the exact name for them, but I consider them pretty standard. I added 6 of them to make sure this headboard wasn't going anywhere, and then proceeded to mark and mount it on the wall. You can make this headboard go as low and tall as you want. I decided to make it so that it goes just over my mattress and have the side panels extend on the sides just to the beginning of the mattress. But you can make it so that it's all one same length and going behind the mattress, or have it adapt to whatever works best for your type of box spring and space. I finish off this space with a coat of white paint on my old lamps, some new pillow covers that I'll be linking down below, and a fresh picture that I downloaded for free off of pexels.com. I wanted the color palette to be very light and zen to encourage a tranquil sleep and a bright waking up feeling, and I think I really got there. And this is the final transformation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon on my next video.